Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this UK collective evening meditation on the last day of April. And yeah, going to have a nice meditation. And I've got a lovely little clip of a video in preparation, some clearing things in preparation for Sahasrara Day. Probably things you know, but it's good to go back to basics and remember. But in the meantime, if you want to get yourself a little foot soak for 5 minutes, I'm just going to play Bhajan Sapuri playing the santur. Good. If now is the time to raise Kundalini if it hasn't happened, if you've not done it yet. And we just want to manifest the desire that all our chakras, that we are as clear as we can be in advance of Sahasrara Puja on Sunday or on the 5th of May, whenever we celebrate, so that we can be the best possible instruments for our Holy Mother. Shri Mataji, we worship and praise you as our Divine Mother. And we worship first Shri Ganesh, created, the first to be created, who contains the three powers, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahakali, and the three primordial gods, Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu. Our little human understanding cannot even touch the depths of the awe we feel. And we thank you for allowing us to be in the presence of God, in your presence, Shri Mataji. So now at the Muladhara, we can all say the Ganesha Ratavashesha. I love actually to recite it and to read the English silently so that I know what it is I'm saying. So let's try it all together. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Katasi Tvameva Kevalam Dahatasi Tvameva Kevalam Hatasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Admasi Nityam Ritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvam Mam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avatataram Avadahataram Avanuchanam Avashisham Avapaschattat Avapurastat Avotaratat Avadakshinatat Avachodvatat Avadaratat Savatomam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Vangmayas Tvam Chinmaya Tvam Anandamayas Tvam Brahmamaya Tvam Sachitananda Tvityosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Gyanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadadam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadadam Tvatashtishtati Sarvam Jagadadam Tvayi Layame Shayati Sarvam Jagadadam Tvayi Pratyati Tvam Bhumi Rapo Nalo Nilo Naba Tvam Jadvari Vakpadani Tvam Guna Trayatita Tvam Deha Trayatita Tvam kala trayatita, tvam muladarash nityam, tvam shakti trayatmaka, tvam yogino jayanti nityam, tvam brahma, tvam vishnus, tvam rudras, tvam indras, tvam agnis, tvam vayus, tvam suryas, tvam chandramas, tvam brahma bhuvaswaram. Ganadim pavamucharya vanadim tadanantaram anusvara paratara ardendu lasitam tarena rudam etat tavamanuswarupam gakara purvarupam akaro madhyama rupam anuswaroshchantya rupam binduru tararupam Nada Sandahanam Sandihita Sandihi Saisha Ganesha Vidya Ganaka Rishihi Nishrid Gayatri Chanda Ganapatir Devata Om Gam Ganapatiye Namo Namaha Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dimahi Tano Danti Prachodayat Karantam Chatur Hastam Pasham Mankushtarinam Radam Cha Varadam Hastai Bibranam Mushatvajam Raktam Lambodaram Shupa Kanakam Rakta Vasasam Rakta Gandanu Liptangam Rakta Pushpaihi Suputitam Bhaktanu Kampinam Devam Jagat Karunama Shutam Avir Bhutam Shashwistyadao Prakritahe Purushat Param Evam Jyayati Yo Nityam Sa Yogi Yoginam Varaha Namo Varatapate Namo Ganapate Namaha Pramatapate Namaste Yastu Lambodharaya Ekadantaya Vignanashine Shiva Sutaya Shri Varada Murtaye Namo Namaha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Can you imagine? You manifest before creation. You are beyond the supreme creative energy of Sri Adi Shakti and the primordial spirit of Sri Sadashiva. How is that even possible? We can't understand. We can only be grateful that we have our realization and we have the power of Sri Ganesh flowing through us. So now let's just meditate a little in silence on the Muladhara. Now bring the attention up to the Swadhisthana, left and right and centre. Sri Mataji, let us listen only to the pure knowledge of the divine technique of Sahaja Yoga. Let us leave behind all thinking and planning and thinking that we are doing it, and if we don't do it, it won't get done. You can just say the mantra Sri Brahmadeva Saraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nyamala Devye Namo Namaha. Now bring the attention up to the Nabi. Give a band down if you want to. Just feel the peace at the left Nabi. Please let me be peaceful. And we can say the mantra Sri Lakshmi Vishnu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nyamala Devye Namo Namaha. Now come up to the heart. Holy Mother, you reside at Sahasrara, and you reside in our hearts. As Sri Shiva and Sri Parvati Shri Sita and Shri Ram and Shri Durga Mata. Bow in complete surrender to you. Shri Mataji, you are our mother and our father, and we give you our hearts. And now come up to Vishuddhi. We can give a bandhan to the Vishuddhi if we want. And I'm going to play a short clip, about 6-7 minutes. It's a talk given after Sahasrara Puja, in which Shri Mataji is saying that, to worship her at Sahasrara, all our chakras have to be clear. And so she gives tips for clearing chakras. And it's, the 4th of May, 1986. If I'm in the right place.
I think I've already given you a very, very long lecture and a speech, as you call it. But some reactions were very good, and some could absorb it very well. But some, they said, were sleeping. Now these things happen because of negativity. You have to fight your negativity, because negativity is the thing that asks questions. When I'm talking, telling the truth, absolute truth. But it asks questions and it reflects. When it starts reflecting, nothing goes in the head, because you are left with the past sentence and the present you are not with it. So the whole thing boils down to something like an escape. And then you escape and you sleep off. I tried my level best today to put you onto your conscious mind. You have to be conscious, you have to be alert. And that's the point, is that unless and until you are conscious, you cannot ascend. Any abnormal person cannot ascend. You have to normalize yourself. So when you start questioning your leaders and reflecting on their behavior or anything like that and answering them back or also giving your ideas, you are gone. It's like a link. Say there's a link between the chakras and the cells. Say it like that. Now, if you deny the chakras, how one has to work it out? Because I am connected with them, and through them you are connected. But when you deny them, then you fall out. I know what to do with the leaders. I choose them, I arrange them, I organize them, I change them. I know what to do. Now you people do not challenge them. It's nothing but your ego. In India it doesn't happen at all. Doesn't happen. Once mother has appointed somebody, it's accepted. Because for them this is the truth that they have been seeking. All other is nonsense, is all complications. And because you are so complicated, to you other things look nice. You think it's surrendering your personality. It's not at all. It's developing, surrendering yourself to the sap of life, to the vitality, to the vital force of life. Surrender. Accept more, accept more. This ego can never allow you to take inside anything. Be careful on that. This will never allow you to sleep. It will never give you peace. It will never allow you to grow. It will never take you to your own goal. So surrender that ego of yours. So one thing I have to tell you, don't fight, don't quarrel, don't question, don't reflect about your leaders to begin with. Otherwise you will be cut off. Keep in his good book. Try to support him. Ask him what does he want, what help he needs. The more you get attached to him, the more you get closer to him, the more you will get. But see, people are very wasteful. They have wasted their lives in drugs, this, that, all nonsense. And the women have another bad habit, is to gossip. They want to gossip. Gossip about this person, criticize that person, is a very bad habit among women to gossip. I never pay heed to anyone who gossips, and I don't like a person who gossips. So don't gossip about things, cheaply, frivolously talking about others. It's not necessary you should be educated. It's not necessary that you should come from a very well-bred family. Nothing is necessary. As long as you are a Sahajogi, you can be a diamond. But allow yourself to be cut into the diamond. Allow. So the reaction of some people was very good. They absorbed what I said. They took everything inside, but some of them went off to sleep. Now, if those who were struggling at that time may not have understood, it's a difficult subject, I told you it's a very subtle subject, doesn't matter. But those who have been like that should look after themselves, should find out. I found out one thing with the left-sided people, if they can put a candle near their left swadhisthana, a little far, and put one candle before the photograph, and put left hand towards the photograph, and right hand on the Mother Earth, it works. And the candle at the back should be kept a little far away, because it makes sounds, it goes this way, that way, it burns. Those who have been taking drugs, not LSD but other drugs, which are drowsy people who feel sleepy, whose brains are destroyed by drug, all those people can benefit a lot by this. Do it every day. Going into drug, you never felt you were surrendered to drugs. Never felt that. Which was something that was going to kill you completely. You know, so many people are killed, so many are dying, but you wanted to do that, I don't know, because your ego said, all right, go ahead, try this. You will be the one who, nothing will happen to you. That's the ego suggests. So you did it. All right, doesn't matter. Whatever has happened, let us clear it out because we are seekers. So those who have really felt one in the lecture without any questioning should know that they are doing well. Those who were questioning, reflecting, should know they have ego. And those who are dozing out should know that they are left-sided. Left side is worse than the right side, because the right side can be easily corrected. It shows outside. People don't like it. Such a person is criticized. Everybody says he's egoistical, he does that. Everybody knows that such a person goes out, like Hitler. But the left-sided person, you see, is very pitiable, and you have very great pity for such a person, and you sympathize, and you get lost with that person. They are more dangerous and difficult to be cured, very difficult. So it's not an easy task. We have to work it out. I'm trying my level best. You should also help me. I was thinking that if you can start using little oil for your head, it will be a good idea in the night. As Sahaja-yogis, you should. I think the hairstyle should be changed for Sahaja-yogis. This modern fashionable style won't suit us, because you'll have all bald heads one day, I can tell you, and you will see the Sahasrara with a big dimple here. Better use some nice coconut oil, rub in your head nicely, and in the night and in the morning, after all, it doesn't show much, and comb your hair in a proper way. Because also I think if your dresses are like boots, your hair are like boots, then the boots will take over, thinking, oh, this is a boot sitting down here, better take hold of that boot. So dress up in a way, shouldn't have hair on your forehead at all. Keep it straight, make it nice, and have it absolutely clean foreheads. We are Sahaja-yogis, we have to change our dresses, we have to change our styles. We cannot become fashionable like these stupid punks. So we are a type, by our hairstyle people should know that these are Sahaja-yogis. So before you start getting bald, better try putting some oil in your head. That's one very important thing the Sahaja-yogis have to do. They can take vibrated oil if you like, and I think olive oil is good, but better than olive oil I find it is coconut oil is better for the growth of the hair. But sometimes you can also put almond oil, is also good, almond oil for you, because if you have any problem that you feel exhausted or your nerves need attention, you're a nervous type of person, then almond oil is good for you. And for people who have teeth which are troubling them, they must look after them. No use going to the dentist, because dentists create problems. Simple thing is to use olive oil and some salt and rub it on your gums nicely every day before sleeping. That will keep your teeth all right. You'll be amazed, till today I have not been to any dentist. Never been to a dentist, and I hope I won't go to a dentist. So, but one thing is that I have certain bad habits. One of them is that I brush my teeth quite often. But don't use electrical brushes and all that, but use brushes or use your fingers. The best way is to rub with the salt and the oil. It's very good for you. And then allow the whole thing to come out and then wash your feet. Then the third thing I find in Europe, that you people do not clear your throats and your tongues, which is another thing very much against Vishuddhi. And that must be one of the reasons why your Vishuddhis are bad. So, though it is not fashionable here in the West, but very important thing is to put your two fingers in the mouth and rub your fingers, not the thing, fingers, and clean your tongue in such a way that everything comes out in the morning. Is important, because that accumulates and then it rots. So this has to be done. And maybe that you might think that this is doing you make a noise and all that, doesn't matter. You have to clear out your throat. I mean, that's how you will keep your Vishuddhis very clear. This is one of the things. And another thing is that you must always use water as much as possible for washing. When you go for your morning oblation, water must be used. The paper is a very dirty and unhygienic habit. Very dirty and unhygienic habit. But even if you use paper, you must use water after that. It's very important that all the time the water should be used as much as possible. For Sahajogis, it is a very, very important thing. Now for some people who will find that they are on a subtler level quite on the verge of collapse, in the way that they still have those problems.
So hopefully you have Srimatiji's face up again. And of course, I started the video in the wrong place, but that doesn't matter. Now come to the Agya. Holy Mother, I forgive myself and I forgive everyone. And please forgive me all mistakes. And now come up to Sahasrara. And we can press down on the Sahasrara if we want, and rotate. Bring the hand above, see how we're doing. And so now I'll play a talk, the eve of Sahasrara Puja in 1987. If I start it in the right place, it should be about 15, 16 minutes. And then we can sit in silence. Not sure what to do now. Hmm. So this should be it.
It's very difficult to bring them to normal conditions. Within 2-3 years, they become recluses. They are even afraid of what you call garlic. If you show them the garlic, they start shaking. If you show them the lemon, they start shaking. They become recluses. We get few people from there, TM, but their roots are so strong that they will not stick on to us much. Even if they come for a short time, again they go back. So this is the situation with these TM people. And with this Chinmay fellow, I had an encounter in America. And there the people, they came and told me that this Chinmay is here and why doesn't your husband tell the Secretary General about it? And you know who was the Secretary General that time? Waldheim and all the rest of it. And they were all crazy people. How Waldheim is now being treated by people, he is not allowed to go to America and all that. Actually, his luck was not so bad, but these booths, you see, they made him so funny that he just would not come back to his normal self. Now, this gentleman was not so much into this Chinmay, but there was one South Indian gentleman who was in the UN, and he said that this Chinmay is very good. This Chinmay used to play tennis, used to swim, used to drink, have women. He was a real Yankee, you see. And despite that, people said, oh, he's great, because he knows how to speak well. So all those speech-loving people got to. That's another style of people who are not seekers, but who just want somebody to talk. He could talk on Gita, he could talk on this, he could talk on every kind of thing. Now the big difference is, in Sahaja Yoga you have to accept me. There you don't have to accept anyone. As long as you accept Gita, as long as you accept Bible, as long as you accept something who is not there, who is dead, who is finished. So these people are interested only in your money. So they don't worry about these people, these old, we should say prophets who are dead now, or we can say the incarnations who are dead. They have nothing to do, just they describe them, take the money, that's what they want. They only want to have money, money, money and money. They are not interested in your welfare or anything. They have no idea of Kundalini. They cannot raise your Kundalini. They cannot give you realization. They cannot look after you, nothing of the kind. Only thing what they want, whatever money you have, they should have it. And the way they do it is a very camouflage sort of a drama they play, that they can deliver the goods. What are the goods they are going to deliver to you? Except self-realization. Even the people who talked of self-realization never gave self-realization to anyone. I have seen this Yogananda's disciples, the early ones, they had to cut their tongue because according to him, in his own Kriya Yoga, you had to put back your tongue here for khichdi. And that's why they had to cut their tongues. They cannot speak, they cannot do anything. They are just like dogs, you see, wagging their tails. Very good people. They are doctors, architects, very good people. All these things have happened to all these great seekers, I should say. But they were stupid to accept anyone like that. First of all, you must see what are others are doing. Others, say, disciples are doing. How are they? Majority of them. In Sahaja Yoga also, we might get somebody, a very useless person, and we might get somebody, a very low grade or a very low caliber personality. We do get, on the periphery, we do get. But they should see other people who are seriously involved with Sahaja Yoga, how they are behaving. What is their way of doing it, and how their life is. What have they achieved? What powers have they achieved? And what kind of a life they lead. That is how you should judge the person to whom they have to go. And I'm sorry that this Canberra is so full of left Swadhisthana, and if you allow these things to continue, I don't know what will happen to your government. It will all go to dogs if this stupid thing is allowed to work out, because all the bhoots will jump on all the civil servants and serious things can happen. I'm quite surprised how it is allowed in Australia, where is the land of Sri Ganesh. As it is, I'm here now, I'm sure something will happen and they will give up that. But as far as coming to Sahaja Yoga, I would say it's a headache. You better give yourselves a bandhan before touching them anywhere near, because they'll give you a lot of trouble. I've had lots of trouble with them, so much so we had to leave one of our ashrams. See, we had 3 persons in that ashram from TM, and they used to scream so much, and this jumping about was so much that the neighbors told us that you better get out from here, and because of them we had to get out. All kinds of funny things they do. First time I saw these TM people were in a hall, and they took the first chairs, you see, first row, they're sitting there. As soon as I started speaking, they all started jumping like Jack in the Box. I said, what's the matter? It's perfectly all right. What's the matter? Who are these people? I'd never seen such a thing before. I was quite surprised that who are these people jumping like this one by one, you see. Then I asked them, they said, we do TM and we are doing Siddha course. I said, Siddha course? Stupid people you are, that's what you are. And out of these 6 or 7 people who are jumping, we could only save about, I should say, 2 or 3. So those people who have gone to that, you shouldn't worry so much about them. But of course, if it has gone to the government, it's better to beat the government with shoes and give bandhan to the government so that they don't get entangled with it. But it's a serious thing, and I have to work it out myself on those lines, because I was quite shocked that in Canberra they have such bad vibrations. I came to Canberra much before with my husband, and I told him that the vibrations here are very, very bad. So he said, all the capital cities are like that. I said, but this seems to be rather funny that both the centers are catching so badly. And I couldn't walk that time also. And today also same thing happened to me. Now we have many other people who are seeking God. They live in the villages. These people have not gone to the villages because they wanted only rich people, moneyed people. So there are many people in the villages who haven't yet received their self-realization, and they can receive their self-realization without any difficulties. You can go there and talk to them and get them realized. Because they are not people for whom these Rakshasas are waiting. We have to give them realization. Once you give realization to people in the villages, things will change, the atmosphere will change, and you'll find lots of people coming to Sahaja Yoga. So I would say I'm very happy that in Sydney itself you have so many centers, and in other cities you have so many centers. But now we have to reach the villagers and see them. They are innocent, simple people living in the villages in a very simple manner, and it's better to give them proper attention, because they are the ones who will get realization. Then the children should be attended to. They can be very nicely brought to Sahaj, and because there may be many of them who are already born realized. So the children can be brought into Sahaj Yoga, but not without the permission of their parents, because the laws and regulations are such that we may land up in the prison without asking the permission of the father or mother. So one has to be very careful. The another are the adolescent boys and girls who are studying in the colleges and who are not yet exposed so much to all these bad things. They might be drug addicts a little bit, or maybe other addiction they might be having, but they are not yet crushed by these horrible evil forces. So you can just attend to them. You can also advertise that you can look after people who are addicted to all these drugs and all that. You can relieve them. If you are allowed to do that, you can advertise, get those people, and if you give them realization, they might be able to get over their addiction completely. There's a doctor, Dr. Wells, in London, who has now become a very big doctor in charge of a hospital of addiction. So I said, what do you do to them? How do you manage this addiction business? He said, you see, in their absence, I beat them with shoes, that's all. And they are all getting rid of their addiction. So you can attend to those boys who are now grown-up boys and are taking to drugs and things like that. They are seekers, that's why they are going to these things. I think this kind of an attitude, if you have, that you are not going to attend to people who are already with some gurus and with something and encounter them, but attend to people who by their innocence have fallen into some problems, or to the innocent people in the villages or children who are innocent. I am sure you can prosper much faster. So Sahaja Yoga is growing very much faster here, and in a way, in a city, it is growing. But we can grow them much faster, I think, the way there are people, so many people are in the villages and in the countryside, in a very simple way they live. As for myself, to come to Australia is such an excitement and such a joy, because last year I could not come, and this year when they said it was the Sastrar Puja, I have to perform here and be there, I was very happy. Tomorrow we have to have that puja. I was also a person, in a way you can say a seeker, because I was trying to find out a method, a way by which I could really give mass realization. I could give realization to many people at the same time. And for that I was really working very, very hard, understanding lots of people, human beings, and out of them I found bureaucrats at the worst. As you have lots of bureaucrats in this Canberra, maybe, that they are not so good, because you see, they have to compromise all the time. They have to say yes sir, and despite their resistance, despite their not liking to say that, they are, poor things, pushed into a job where they have to work it out, because after all, job is important. When all these things become important, the person's personality suffers a lot. And that's what I found, that the bureaucrats who are seeking all the time power go after a man who can give them some more power, in the sense, the power not of the divine, but over the people, that they can dominate more people and they can manage more people. And that's why these people fall into these groups, because in the beginning they feel relaxed in a way and they dominate many people as there are bhoots sitting with them who give them ideas. But then they get tired of them and then they fall sick. So many people commit suicide also. Suicide, I was told that suicide is maximum, suicide cases are maximum in Canberra. The reason is this only, that you don't know what to do with yourself. You suffer from some sort of a miserable disease, you don't know how to get out of it, and then you commit suicide. So all these things are connected with the attack of the evil forces, and these evil forces attack you in a very subtle manner. So one should be careful as to mature. One has to mature in sadhana so that nothing can affect them, nothing can trouble them, nothing can bother them. One has to mature. The maturity should be such as like mine. If I catch it, I deliberately catch it and then I try to solve the problem. But if you cannot do that, then you should not catch also, because you will suffer a little bit by catching them. Now for tomorrow's puja, I hope you will all be ready and you will all enjoy tomorrow's puja. I had a very nice puja in Pune, which I had to perform on the 30th, because it's a date called Akshaya Tritiya, means undestructible third day of the moon. That's actually nobody knew, but it's the puja of the Kundalini itself. And that day everybody felt very, very clear, very clear. The puja was hardly for about half an hour, real puja of the Kundalini, but everybody felt extremely clear and beautiful. So that sort of puja we should do also tomorrow if possible, so that we have the feelings of the Sahasrara completely opened out. Because even if Sahasrara is opened, the rest of the chakras, if they are caught up, then you have problems. So it's better to clear out all the chakras and then the Sahasrara. So tomorrow we'll do the puja in that fashion, and I hope it will work out very well for all of you. I hope I have been rather late today for all of you, and I'm not taking too much of your time here.
Let's sing the three great mantras and meditate a little bit more. I will sing very quietly so you can find your own pitch. Om. Om. Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundali Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Niyamala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayeni Mataji Shri Niyamala Devi Namo Namaha Shri Niyamala Devi Namo Namaha Shri Niyamala Devi Namo Namaha. So now I will put on Bhajan Sapuri, the eve of Sahasrara Puja in 2001, playing Santur before Srimataji. And we can raise our Kundalini, put on a bandhan, and meditate for longer or close. It's good night from me. Good night, everyone.